There is a total of 77 different collections that you can get skins from in Counter-Strike 2. In today's video, we're going to be going over the top 3 best skins to come out each year since skins have been added into Counter-Strike. Let's get started. For 2013, at number 3, we have the Fire Serpent. This is the first ever covert AK to be added into the game. It might not be everybody's cup of tea, but you can't deny the fact that this Fire Serpent set the standard for how rare a covert AK should be. It's a timeless classic weapon and it deserves to be on this list. At number 2, we have the AWP Lightning Strike. This is the first ever covert AWP to be added into the game, and it comes from the first ever case to be added into CSGO, the CSGO weapon case. This is a timeless looking skin. It has gotten an update throughout the years, and it is beautiful. You can't deny that fact. And at number 1, of course, we have the AK-47 Case Hardened. This also comes from the CSGO weapon case, and it was the first ever AK added into the game. It has 1,000 different patterns you can get, and each one is extremely unique. This is the definition of the perfect skin. For 2014, we have an honorable mention first, and I'm giving that spot to the Vulcan. This comes from the Huntsman case. It has a beautiful black, white, and blue pattern. That blue on there is one of the best looking blues in the game to this day, and 10 years later, it's still one of the best looking AKs in the game. At number 3, we have the AWP Asimov. This came out in the Operation Phoenix weapon case, released in February of 2014. The Asimov is one of my favorite finishes on any gun in Counter-Strike 2, and it looks best here on the AWP. You also get the Black Asimov variant and high wears. I hope we can all appreciate that. At number 2, we have the M4A4 HAL. This was released in the Huntsman weapon case, released back in May of 2014. This is the only contraband skin in the game, meaning you can no longer get these to drop even if you open a case. It's a classic, it's expensive, it's beautiful. At number 1, it's of course going to be the AWP Dragon Lore. This was released as part of the Cobblestone collection back in 2014. It's one of the most beautiful, one of the most rare, and one of the most expensive skins in the game. It has a beautiful royal green and royal gold finish on it. We've all hoped to have one. Now for 2015, our honorable mention spot is going to go to the AWP Hyper Beast. It's a classic. It was incredibly popular back in the day. They made mouse pads, they made mice, they made cases. It got other love across other weapons. I had to include it on this list. Now for our number 3 spot, I'm giving it to the AWP Medusa. This was released as part of the Gods and Monsters collection. That collection has so many beautiful skins in it, but this one, in my opinion, is the best. McSkillet popularized the Green Witch variant of this skin, and it's absolutely phenomenal. At number 2, I'm going to go with the M4A1S Hot Rod. This was released as part of the Chop Shop collection, and it might be the very best M4A1S in the game. This skin is so beautiful. It's metallic now in CS2. It looks absolutely phenomenal. Now at number 1 for 2015, I'm giving it to the AK-47 Hydroponic. This came out as part of the Rising Sun collections, which also has some heat in it. We got some really nice skins in 2015, and this is the OG white and green skin. There's not a gun like it. I love it. For 2016, at number 3, I went with the M4A1S Mecha Industries. This comes from the Gamma case, an absolute classic case, releasing the Gamma finishes on knives, and this is a beautiful white and red finish, the first white M4A1S skin in the game to be added. I love it to death. At number 2, we have the Kumicho Dragon. This was released as part of Operation Wildfire, and it's one of the best looking deagles in the game in my opinion. The beautiful engravings on top of the skin, as well as the purple handle, pair beautifully together. It's a classic to this day. Now at number 1 for 2016, I'm giving it to the AK-47 Fuel Injector. This also comes from the Operation Wildfire case, and it's a beautiful shade of yellow paired with beautiful silver engravings on the magazine and underbarrel of the weapon. This is one of the best looking AKs in the game. For 2017, I'm going with the AK-47 Bloodsport. This is a beautiful red skin. We do have a lot of red skins on the AK-47 in Counter-Strike 2, but I think the Bloodsport is probably the best one. It also has some weeby elements to it if that's your thing. Really great choice here, starting off 2017 strong. At number 2, I'm going with the AWP Onitaji. This is from the Operation Hydra case, and because it's an operation skin, they only dropped for so long. There's a very few amount of these in existence. It's a beautiful, unique looking AWP, and I rarely see these in game. And last but not least, the best skin from 2017 is going to have to go to the AK-47 Empress. This came out in the Spectrum 2 collection back in September of 2017, and this is one of the most beautiful looking AKs in the game. It has a beautiful Empress kind of queen across the front. Love it. Now starting off 2018, number 3 is going to be the Neon Rider. This is the first good purple AK that we got in the game, and I love the artwork on this. It is kind of a Valorant skin, but as I said in the past, I used to rock this, so I am a little bit biased, and it did come out pre-Valorant. Now, number 2 on the list is going to go to the Glock Moonrise. This is a beautiful purple skin, and it is also pattern-based. The buildings and the moon can move around on this weapon, and as you all know, I'm a sucker for pattern-based skins. There's even a handful of patterns that get a little star on the safety switch. Now, the best skin in 2018 is going to have to be the Op Neo Noir. I'm a big fan of the skin. It's pink, it's purple, it's white. It's got two girlfriends on it, two girlfriends on the gun right here. It's a beautiful looking skin, a classic weapon finish across multiple guns. Now, for 2019, number 3 on the list is going to go to the M4A4 Emperor. This is the second most beautiful A4 in the game. Don't at me on that one. It is the brother to the Empress. It has a beautiful blue and gold metallic finish. W skin. W skin. Number 2 on the list is going to go to the AK-47 Wild Lotus. This came out as part of the St. Mark collection during Operation Shattered Web, and this has the most beautiful artwork on any AK in the game, maybe any skin. Now you might be wondering, how is this not number 1? Because that spot goes to the Op Gungnir. This came out also in 2019, and this is probably the most beautiful looking skin in the game. Maybe it's definitely the most beautiful Op, but it just might be the most beautiful skin in the game. The blue metallic coat with the white scope just looks absolutely phenomenal. Now, starting out 2020, number 3 on the list is going to go to the Desert Eagle Print Stream. The Print Stream is one of my favorite finishes on any gun in a game, and on the Deagle it does it just beautifully. The white with the black handle matched with the pearlescent effect along the barrel just looks so good on any skin. Number 2 on the list is going to go to the M4A1S Welcome to the Jungle. It has one of the most unique color palettes in the game. That orange and red on the snake on the top just looks absolutely stunning. I'm a huge fan of this gun. I wish they incorporated this color palette more often. Now, number 1 on the list, the best skin to come out in 2020 is the M4A1S Blue Phosphor. I don't really need to say much about this. I really think it speaks for itself. It is a sapphire on a weapon. What more could you want from a skin? Starting out 2021, we have the Desert Eagle Fennec Fox. At number 3, this is one of the most beautiful skins in the game. We had some absolute banger skins come out in 2021, and the Fennec Fox is one of them. That teal, orange, and tan colors on the weapon looks so good, along with that fox along the barrel. There's not a better looking deagle in the game. Now at number 2, we have the AK-47 Gold Arabesque. This is a end game level weapon. This is a final boss weapon here. The gold engravings on the magazine paired with the engravings on the wood just look absolutely phenomenal. I think it got a huge buff in CS2. Now the number 1 skin to come out of 2021 is gonna have to be the Op Desert Hydra. This is my personal favorite Op in the game. That white scope along with the gold and orange hydras along the weapon just look absolutely insane. It also gets a black scope just like the Asimov. Starting out 2022, we have the USPS Print Stream. I already talked about how much I like the Print Stream finish on the Deagle, but I personally think I like it a little bit more on the USPS. That white suppressor just looks so fucking good. Now at number 2, we have the sawed-off Kiss Heart Love. This is the only skin in the game that have a symbol, a heart symbol, in the actual name. That is not a name tag, that is a part of the actual name. And I think it's just a really cool looking skin. Now at number 1 for 2022, we have the AK-47 Nightwish. I personally think this skin gets too much hate. It looks so good, its holographic effect. That little monster on the front turns from teal to purple when you're holding versus inspecting the weapon. It looks great. Now for 2023, at number 3, we have the AK-47 Headshot. This is another skin with a holographic effect on it, and I think it looks really cool here. The graffiti art mixed with the holographic changing kind of letters and colors looks beautiful. Now for number 2, we have the M4A4 Temaku. I'm sorry if I didn't pronounce that correctly, but I love this skin. The pink and the blue remind me of childhood cotton candy, and I think the colors pop so well. You can make some really cool crafts with the girl on the skin holding stuff like a Pokeball. I love it. Now at number 1, the best skin in 2023 is going to have to go to the Op Duality. This is a budget banger of an Op. I love the artwork. It does have kind of a slight metallic finish and some engravings on the scope. What's not to love about the Op Duality? Now finally, on to 2024. At number 1, we have the Zeus Olympus. That kind of feels weird saying Zeus, but we're including it strictly because it is the first ever Zeus skin. This will be talked about for years to come as, you know, the fire serpent of its time. It's the first ever Zeus skin. At number 2, we have the M4A1S Black Lotus. This is a absolute juicer of a skin. It's kind of blue in most lighting, but in the shade it turns a really nice deep purple. It's an absolute banger skin. It looked great on the USPS. It looks even better on the M4A4. Now last but not least, the best skin to come out in 2024 so far, the AK-47 Inheritance. For the longest time, I was saying they needed to add a more affordable white AK. I'm not going to call it budget, but it's definitely more affordable. The marble finish It kind of reminds me of a china dish with the gold cracks coming through and the beautiful blue china artwork. It looks amazing. Now, speaking of the AK-47 Inheritance, I am going to be giving one away once we hit 1,000 subscribers on my YouTube channel. Please join the Discord server. I'll link it in the description to be there when I announce the winner. We're also going to be doing a wingman tournament next week, and I do weekly giveaways in there. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate all your continued love and support. I'll see you next time.